Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of Botany with Bronwen. I am the Youth Services Coordinator at the library, so if we haven't met, hi. If you haven't subscribed to the library's YouTube channel, please do so. If you haven't watched my Quarantine Reads videos, go on over there. That's where my normal YouTube presence is, and I talk about young adult books. For me, one of the benefits of plants, and I think this is the case for many people, is it just kind of slows my brain down and allows me to focus on one thing, and that thing is plants. To start out with, I'm not a botanist. I really took an interest in plants when I was in my late teens and early 20s, but always had trouble keeping houseplants alive. So the first thing that I want to say in this video is if you're just starting out or you've tried plants before and you feel like you don't have a green thumb or everything that you touch just dies, I have a few tips that will help you to cultivate a collection that works for you. And that is different for every single person and every single situation. When you're potting a plant or when you get a plant, just make sure that its pot has a hole for water to drain out of, because if it doesn't have drainage, then unless it's something that's kind of semi-aquatic, you will have a dead plant on your hands more often than not, and that's the way that I've killed a lot of my plants. Trying to buy a plant in the store that looks healthy. So are its leaves the right color? Do they have any strange markings on them or webbing, or do you see any bugs crawling around? So I look at the top and of the underside of the leaf and the stems, and I also take a look at the soil. When you're learning about a new plant, it's great to ask what type of plant it is, and often you'll only know the genus of the plant, like a philodendron, but a philodendron has so many different species, so it's a good idea to get to know what genus the plant is and what species the plant is. But if you don't have specifics, often you can find them by doing a little bit of research, and that's something that people like your librarians can help you with. Because I'm a librarian, first and foremost, I'll talk about and suggest some books, so I'm going to highlight a few of them to get to know your plants. This is a great book and type of resource. Encyclopedias will give you a broad overview, but they can also be more specific, so this will tell you exactly the information that you need to care for your plants. This is a great place to start when you're a beginner, but everybody has a different conditions in their home and different styles of plant care. So some people really want to leave their plants alone, some people want to water them every single day. So it's still important to know yourself and to know your home and your space. One of the most important things is to know your plants. So what are its light requirements? What does it like for watering? What does it enjoy in terms of humidity? Does it need a lot of humidity, or does it not care? You really need to know yourself. So you need to know how much time you have, how much time you're willing to devote to plant care, things like watering, things like pruning. If you're interested in learning more about plants, you can also propagate them, which means essentially pruning or cutting them back and then making more plants, which is a great way to save money and to get plants to give to other people. Do responsibilities like this in the context of all of the other responsibilities in your life. Are they stressful or are they relaxing? So if you're the kind of person who really doesn't want to have to water a plant that much, it's really important to know that. Or if you're a person who really isn't interested in maintaining your plants and cutting them back and just keeping an eye on them and fussing over them, then you're a more low maintenance plant person. The next thing that you really need to know is your pets or small children. So do you have pets who are interested in eating plants, or do you have small kids around who like to pick things off of plants and eat them? Because some plants are toxic, some plants are mildly toxic to animals or to humans, some are extremely toxic to animals or humans. So it's a good idea to know if your animals are interested at all in plants, or if you have people living in your home who are interested exploring plants with their mouths, basically. You also need to know your space. So look around, see which cardinal direction your windows face. That's really useful to know. And just see if there's anything obstructing the light. And notice how the light shines on the things in your home. How hot or cold it is in various areas of your house. There are some plants that really need warmer temperatures. There are some plants that thrive in some colder temperatures or colder nights. And the last thing is to know how humid your home is. So all these things can be pretty easily measured. I have this humidity meter, which was probably less than $15. And it will tell you what the percentage of humidity is. It'll tell you what the temperature is, and it'll tell you, the highs and the lows, averages in your home. I feel like I've said a lot today, so I'm going to wrap it up there. And for the next episodes, I'd like to give you a tour of the plants that I have, and also just talk about more specific things based on what you're interested in. Take care, everyone. Good luck on your plant journey. Ask me questions below if you have any. Thanks for watching.